This is High Rigg, a modest hill in the Lake District. 2 years ago, I walked here doubting that I still belonged among the fells. I had low expectations that this little fell would change anything really. Walk with me, and I'll show you why I was completely wrong. Alfred Wainwright described this ridge walk as a splendid little expedition, admirably suited to old and rickety fell walkers long past their best. I remember reading that. It felt uncomfortable. 2 years ago, I knew I wasn't at my best. The climb from Smaithwaite Bridge on that day felt longer than it should. The wooded slope turned out to be steeper than it looked on the map. And I had the suspicion that I had lost fitness and, importantly, the instinct for the fells. Walking here today feels different. The gradient hasn't changed. The ground is the same, though it's frozen today and the wind carries more of a bite. Doubt had crept in. Should I be here? Had I left this too long? That mindset was wrong. Let me tell you how this fell changed my outlook. High Rigg doesn't dominate the skyline, and from here, on the northern end of Wren Crag, we can see that the trail twists and turns and rises and falls in gentle undulations. There are small tops and shallow dips. 2 years ago, that was a huge relief. There was no massive summit to struggle up. And somewhere along the trail, I began to understand something. It's understated beauty. Back then I thought I needed to regain physical strength. Approaching the final pull to the summit, I can see more clearly what changed. 2 years ago, I was slightly surprised that I'd managed it. Today, I arrived expecting to, and not because I'm usually stronger. Here it is. 2 years ago, High Rigg helped me regain my confidence. I love this little fell. I thought I had lost something essential. Standing here now, I realised I hadn't lost it. It was simply waiting to be used. Wainwright understood something important. You just have to begin the journey.
There we have it. This is the summit of somewhere. This is the summit of High Rigg. It's not very big, but it's huge on the scenery. And at this time of year, with the ice and the frost and the odd patch of snow, it's just absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, in fact. I'm surrounded by some unbelievable scenery today. We have Cloughhead over here. Over this side we have Blencathra, looking absolutely regal today. Over here we have Skiddaw, and then back down towards Smaithwaite in that direction. Over your shoulder I can see Helvellyn. It's cold and it's great. Absolutely loving it today. It's bright, it's crisp, it's fantastic walking weather if you've got the right gear. We can't get complacent even on these low fells, and you might have seen in the footage earlier, some of these rocks around there look wet, but it wasn't wet, it was sheet ice. And the snow isn't that type of snow that you put your foot in and go up to your knee. The snow up here at the moment is rock hard. You can barely put an imprint into it with your foot. What we're going to do is we're going to head off down this way into St John's, but then we're actually going to take the long valley route back to the car, purely because I haven't done it in a long time, so we're going to go that way. And that was the Raven, just cruising the thermals. Thermals on a day like today, on the wind I guess.
The path back down the valley feels comfortable, like a cuddle from an old friend. Not because I'm massively fitter, but because I'm not questioning every step. High Rigg hasn't grown taller, and I certainly haven't become extraordinary, but the conversation inside my head is different now, and sometimes that's all that needs to change. And so, with that said, I'll leave you with this. I'll see you on the fells next time.